Hey geeks, this is the officially unofficial Geek Channel, and I am your host, Carrie Quinn, and it's Black Friday, which means it is officially the beginning of the Christmas season. And to kick out the Christmas season, I am going to tell you about two little movies that I just watched, quintessential horror films for the Christmas season: Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Okay, so basically what we got going on here is a double feature I just watched it. Double feature, fun stuff. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Silent Night, Deadly Night to begin with. Okay, so this is a 1984 American psychological slasher film, and it was directed by Charles E. Seller Jr., and it's starring Robert Brian Wilson as a little boy named Billy. Well, actually, Billy, when he's played by Robert Brian Wilson, is about 18 years old, but Billy, throughout his childhood, is suffering from a post traumatic stress syndrome kind of situation because when he was a little boy, he basically witnessed his parents getting killed by Santa. Yeah, and it was right after he visited his crazy granddad in the hospital, and the granddad made him think that if he wasn't a good boy the entire year, that Santa was going to come punish him. Um, so then, after that happens, he sees Santa kill his parents. Fun stuff, guys. Woo! Okay. So basically, what happens is you've got Billy and his little brother Ricky are taken to an orphanage, and you get to see Billy and Ricky grow up in the orphanage, and it's that basic trope and of everything of the overbearing, abusive mother superior nun type of situation. Oh my God, this is naughty. Oh my God, you'll be punished. There's definitely some sexuality in this, and basically the idea of being punished for being sexual and all that stuff. So little Billy witnesses all kinds of things. Like he witnesses two people getting beat up because they were engaging in sex in the orphanage. And he also has this big PTSD issue with Santa. And, you know, the fact of the matter is that nobody ever actually like helps him with this. So basically, it's this thing kind of brewing under the surface that comes out every Christmas time. Well, Billy gets older, and you have, Mother Superior and the other nuns that are really sucky, but then you have this one nun that's actually kind of nice. And this one nun that's nice, she helps him get this job. And when she helps him get this job, it's at like a toy store. And it's a toy store like right before Christmas. And before Christmas, he's this model employee. And then Christmas happens, and the store Santa gets injured and calls off work, and he is kind of forced into taking over, which is probably the absolute worst thing that can happen to Billy, because Billy then kind of starts thinking after he gets drunk at a holiday party for the store. He kind of loses it. No, there's no kind of about it. He really loses it, and he goes on a murdering rampage, basically telling everyone that he murders, that he is punishing them because of Santa killing his parents, and because, well, Mother Superior sucks. So he goes on this murderous rampage, and eventually there's some really great kills in this. There is a moment where Leanna Quigley's character, she's in this too, she gets picked up by Billy and basically gets impaled by antlers from like a deer head that's hanging on the wall. She gets impaled like by antlers, and it's like, oh my God, it's gnarly, and it's crazy, and it's, oh my God. So then eventually he ends up back at the orphanage because he's going to go after Mother Superior, and he gets shot and killed right in front of his baby brother, which brings us, guys, to the second movie of my little, Silent Night, Deadly Night marathon here. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which is starring Eric Freeman. And Eric Freeman is starring as Ricky. And Ricky is now in a mental health institution. And basically, the first part of the movie is Ricky kind of interjecting his viewpoint when he's talking to the psychiatrist that's recording our session, interjecting his viewpoint while retelling his brother's story. And so then after that happens, you have him basically uh, replaying all of his brother's story, and then he gets into the stuff that he did. So like the nun that was kind of nice helped get him a actual home, so he had like normal life for a while. And then when people started dying on him, like his adopted father died, and then he started, that's when things started going downhill for him. And it talks about all the different murders that he committed and why, um, leading up to this moment where he kills his girlfriend, and he kills his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend in the opposite order. It's the ex-boyfriend and then her. And then he goes on this like rampage with a gun throughout the neighborhood. And there's this really famous moment, if you're a horror fan, where he basically goes up to someone and they're taking out their garbage, and he just goes, "Garbage day," and then shoots the guy dead. So if you've ever heard anyone going "garbage day," it's because of this film. So eventually he gets captured, and that's when it brings us up to speed that he is in the mental institution. And you look, and he has actually killed his psychiatrist, and he is now going to escape and finish the job, because basically he's like, you know what, they kept me from finishing what I should have finished. And then you see the psychiatrist dead, and then he goes off to kill Mother Superior, and he gets to Mother Superior's house. And let me tell you, I don't know what's going down with Mother Superior's face, but that is some ugly shit. She's got like some weird like she has cancer or something like that, but like nobody's tried to take care of it. So it's all like weird, like almost looks like burns, but like I'm not exactly sure what. They had mentioned in the movie that Mother Superior had a stroke and she was retired. However, yeah, um, she's still like really shitty. And it's like one of those things where it's like you want to be like against the killer, but you remember everything that she put all those children through, especially Billy and Ricky, and you're just like, I'm not exactly upset when she gets beheaded. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not exactly upset when she gets beheaded at the end of the movie. Obviously, the cops come in and shoot Ricky dead, and that's the end of the movie. Well, okay, so what is my viewpoint involving Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Silent Night, Deadly Night 2? Okay, so I'm going to be real with you guys. I watched these right after each other. And if you know anything about Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, there's a large portion of Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 that, like I said, is Ricky basically rehashing all of, like, Silent Night, Deadly Night 1, the first one. Yes, he is interjecting commentary, but really, it is probably one of those things where you can do, like, my recommendation is to do um any one of these things. One, don't watch them right after each other. um because they're both very entertaining and a lot of fun, but you know what, the second one is less entertaining in the beginning if you just watched all of what they're talking about in the second one. So my recommendation, one, is to maybe not watch them right after each other. Two, um, maybe just, like, if you've already maybe seen Silent Night, Deadly Night, the first one, maybe right now just go ahead and watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, because you know what? You're getting the best parts of the first film right in the beginning of the second film. So you can look at it as maybe this is like partially like a flashback film, um, and just save time, cut out Silent Night, Deadly Night, just go straight to Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Um, and then, after you're done, go and watch Black Christmas. You could do that. Or maybe watch whatever else, okay? So, should they be watched right next to each other like I just did? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that while they were still very enjoyable, don't watch them back to back, because you basically sitting there for a good portion of the second movie saying, the fuck, I just watched this. Um, there's some really great cheesy moments that if you find yourself laughing, please do not, please do not um, think that you are absolutely horrible person, because sometimes some of these cheesy, but yet like really gnarly kills, you're just sitting there like, oh my god, like she just got impaled by antlers. You know, and then you're sitting there, or maybe you're if you're experienced watching horror films, and you see the cop going down the stairs, and you're just thinking, yeah, he's totally gonna get like nailed on his way back up, and that's exactly what happens. So totally, like, don't watch this and don't be too serious. Don't watch this being too serious about things. You got to be in the mood to be silly a little bit while watching these. Um, I'm going to tell you one thing right now. You're not going to be expecting Oscar caliber acting, because these are 80s slasher films. So please understand that Eric Freeman, as entertaining as he is, oh my God, there's so many moments in it where he is just like, oh my God, he's worse than William Shatner's overacting. So, um, but it's so much fun to watch it and be like, garbage day when it comes to that point. Um, in the first film, it's really funny because you have this moment where they're in the middle of the party and everything is starting to go like really, like, all the killing is starting, and you have the HR lady of the store just going, Mr. Sims, Mr. Sims, Mr. Sims, and it's just like, oh my god, she needs to get killed immediately. um and then she does. So really great films, really funny, and you know what? Great kills. Great kills. Um, check this out. It's so much fun. Watch it. Also, a little piece of trivia for you. Maybe you didn't know this, but have you ever wondered what happened to Eric Freeman and the guy that played his brother in the first film, um, Robert Brian Wilson? Did you ever wonder what happened to them? Well, here's the thing. Um, Eric Freeman, at least, kind of left acting. Didn't do anything. The directors and production people, when they were putting together a DVD for Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, actually tried to find Eric Freeman. Could not locate him. Um, and then at one point they were like, they didn't find him. And then at one point he just resurfaces, like in 2013, when he finds out that people were like watching this and like enjoying it and loving it. And he's like, oh my God, I didn't even realize that people were still into this. And so what's really funny is at that moment, he kind of re-entered acting after being away for so long. And what's really funny, guys, is both Eric Freeman, okay, and Robert Brian Wilson, who played Billy in the first film, are in a Christmas movie together. Okay, so now before you're sitting here thinking like, oh my God, what other horror movie is these two guys in together? Because I'm totally going to watch that fucking movie. Totally going to watch the freaking Christmas movie that those two guys are in together. Before you run out and go watch that movie, you should probably know this. The name of it is called A Husband for Christmas. It's totally, yeah, guys, it's totally one of these Hallmark type movies that you watch at Christmas time on Lifetime or Hallmark. It is totally not a horror film. But that is one of the most recent films done back in 2016 that both those gentlemen act in together. And yes, you can look it up on IMDb, and you can definitely find out, different places where you could probably watch A Husband for Christmas and see those two actors acting together again. So anyways, that is my totally spoilery review of Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Oh my goodness, check out the kills, especially that one in the first one with Linnea Quigley, where she is impaled by antlers, basically. It's grody, nasty, and fantastic. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Check it out mostly for the moment where he says garbage day and totally nails the guy taking out his garbage just randomly. So yeah, okay, great. So and plus, if you need a little bit of a palate cleanser, you can check out those two gentlemen in A Husband for Christmas. I have not watched it. Don't think I really plan on watching it, but maybe you would. Maybe you need that palate cleanser and you can go watch that. And how about this? How about you guys? If you watched it, if you watched A Husband for Christmas and you recognized Robert Brian Wilson and Eric Freeman, please comment below. Let me know what you thought of A Husband for Christmas, what you thought of seeing those two guys together again, acting in a film, and, or, well, technically be together for the first time, but let me know what you thought in the comments if you've watched A Husband for Christmas and saw those two guys acting together in a film for the first time in a long time. And also comment below if you've watched Silent Night, Deadly Night and Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 and what you thought of them. And that's it for tonight. I'm going to be doing more movie reviews coming up. Maybe not completely all horror, but, we'll probably be watching a lot of horror because I like Christmas horror, and I hope you do too. And I'm really excited for the new holiday season, and I hope you are too. So stay tuned to the Officially Unofficial Geek channel. I am your host, as always, Carrie Quinn. You can find me on Facebook and on Twitter as at Carrie Quinn Author. And I'll be seeing you guys. Be kind to each other. Happy holidays, and